Okay. All right. Hello. If you are watching this after the publication, I welcome you to subscribe and hit the notification button. And hope you stick around and get to see everything from the beginning to the end. What I recommend when it comes to painting or any kind of thing with your dolls, just comfortable. And the best way to do that is to get um, pajamas. I have lots of pajamas, and that's what I wear. I have to get comfortable. My chair has to be comfortable. I have to prepare my materials, also myself, to make sure that if I am drinking some coffee, I also have a glass of water as well. And, to just be ready and as comfortable as possible. So I do highly recommend that you, like I said, pajamas, big, baggy pajamas. I always buy a size way too big for me. I usually get like a 1X or a 2X in pajamas because when I'm doing this where I'm not in front of the camera, I am hair pulled back, no makeup, pajamas, and I'm comfortable. It's all about being comfortable. So, with this Cabbage Patch Kid today, we are going to, I'm doing her for David. If you saw my video yesterday, you will know that he wants her spot. So, what's fine, it's more than one factor. The thing is, he feels like she's not thick enough. So he wants more stuffing. He also wants her head where it's not looking up or it's looking more like this. So I will have to reposition the Cabbage Patch Kid's head. So instead of like that, it'll be like that. And I can do that with adding stuffing. Now this is the gooseneck camera that I talked about that I needed. I'm able to reposition my camera. I'm able to move my lighting around and to really give you a better viewing experience. And the thing is, the only thing I ever ask for my viewers is, you like, subscribe, supers are helpful and important because I'm able to put back into my supplies to continue doing tutorials because my brushes aren't free, my paint's not free, my sealers, everything, none of this is free. I have to buy it. And so, I don't get anything from YouTube on a monthly basis or anything like that. And believe me, just because my viewers went up on a lot of stuff, it does not mean I'm making more money. Because I don't. On YouTube, you're not really making money. You're making pennies. That's what you're making on YouTube. You're making pennies. And so I always ask for people, if there's something I feel like I want or need, then I always put it up. So I'm looking into her after, as you can see, this is sewn by a sewing machine. That's right. You say your Cabbage Patch Kid isn't all that hand stitched. Most of the work is done by a machine, except for the ears and the face, um, the hands and the butt and the belly button, and these are hand sculpture features, and honestly, it takes quite a bit of time to do that. Now, if you look, she's got one leg longer than the other. When you're dealing with a fabric doll, any kind of doll made of fabric, that you're going to have one leg longer than the other, pretty much. I mean, considering how much these cost, an original Cabbage Patch, you would actually expect the toes to be more in sync. This is a very big one. That one's smaller. You would really expect the legs to be even. You would expect the toes to be more accurate. But these are imperfections that are perfectly imperfect. It's like even the dolls I make, even though they are more symmetrical, I'm not charging you $400 for one. I'm not charging $300 for my dolls. The dolls I do, I put them for like $60 or $65 on eBay. I mean, Etsy or eBay, whatever. Okay, so going back in, I cut that main stitch, which is really fabricated, and there's a little tiny, tiny, tiny little hole right there. Oh, that's my moderator. Okay, I'll let her know that we're live. No cussing. Oh. What? No, 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 you're fine. We can talk, just no bad words. Go do handling a business, girl. We talk later. Bye, hon. Okay, that was Paris. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to be adding more stuffing, and the thing is, the stuffing I'm adding is not going to be the same. So for those of you who are wondering, a lot of Cabbage Patch Kid collectors be wondering, what would they use? They use this. Now, this type of stuffing, it is not cotton, and it's not the blue box with the red letter polyfill. I can actually show you. It's sold by the bag. But I'm not using that on this Cabbage Patch Kid because the kind that I got in the bag is for my doll. And for the person I'm doing the doll for, David, he doesn't want that. So this is basically the same texture, see? And this is, it's a luxury down alternative. And they sell it at Michael's. It's like $15 for a bag with tax. So for this Cabbage Patch Kid, I'm using polyfill, which is definitely a more coarse texture. But the coarser this texture is, it actually holds it in. So this is like a, it's soft like what I just showed you in the back. So there we are. We just pop that back in there. All right, reposition my camera so you can get a good view up close. All right, and I'm going to be using this little wooden stick. Normally I use a wooden spoon, but she has a smaller hole for me to get into to add more stuffing into the doll's body. I also need to pull that back. There we go. To get this type of view. Okay. So now, as you notice, I'm starting and pushing it all the way across the back to the other shoulder because I'm going to have to reposition her head. Okay, and I'm also pushing stuffing down with the stick. Okay, maybe I should have done this with my light. Yeah, this will give you a much wider view. All right. So see, that's why I need different types of camera holders with lighting. When it comes to doing this, I can't offer now. I can offer much better viewing experience. So as you can see, I'm moving and pressing stuffing down. See, it looks like a big bubble and blend, and there. Got it stretched down through here. So now this side is more fuller. And now I'm going to do the other side the same way, as you can see. Now this is less. And yes, I've actually made soft sculpture Cabbage Patch Kid type of dolls. I've made them before with the right, you have to get that super stretch fabric. Okay. All right, so there we go. We got that stuffing pushed down. Now it's more, if you notice, the head is more flimsy because we pressed the stuffing down further. So now I'm going to start filling it in. Okay. It takes a bit of strength, and you will work up a sweat. I'm going to work that over here. Moving it around to reposition it. You don't want, if you have to do this for a Cabbage Patch Kid or any doll, you want it to be well smooth. You want it to be very smooth. You want it to be well pre-proportioned. And you also want it to be in the right place. So the repositioning of her head has already taken place. She's getting more rounded. And you'll see. So this I'm going to add right in this area here to fill in where I moved it, and then I'm going to put more up in here to reposition her head going forward. Now while I'm doing that, I'm also massaging the new stuffing with the old stuffing so it blends without any problem. That way it looks and feels great. As you can see, nice and smooth. I suppose someone might want to ask, how do you get into this? How do you know so much about dolls? How do you know how to restore such a variety of dolls? Well, all of my dolls that I had when I was little most of them were not new. The first doll that I got in the box new, that was even a fashion doll, was Tropical Mika from an antique store. And so, yeah. But before that I had this sock doll my cousin gave me. And I don't remember what cousin gave it to me, but it was like a rag doll. I don't know what happened to her. And then I found, so, where I grew up, yes, I grew up in a home like my father. My father had guns, but not in the house. If they weren't in the house, they were, stored properly. But my father had shotguns because him and his brothers and stuff, they would go deer hunting. And yeah, so we were deer hunting. Me and my brother were little kids. We were with our dad. My mom was working, and we were in the woods near his cousins. And we saw some toys or something, and I found a Superstar Barbie, an original late 70s, early 80s original Superstar Barbie. Her arms had broke off, her neck was broke, but her head was pushed down on her neck. And I'm like, okay. So I took her, I kept her. And I took her home. I remember cutting holes and asked my mom for an old sock or something, and she gave me a pink one, and I made Superstar Barbie a dress out of a sock. I cut the top, put it on, cut it in around the bottom, tied it around the waist. After, of course, I washed her and cleaned her before all of that. Gave her a good cleaning and kept her on my bed. Okay, so this cabbie has now had the body restuffed. The head is now looking in a straight position where she's not looking up at the ceiling. I'll show you from the side. But with me getting ready to do the hair, so you see, the head is repositioned. It's not where it's up like that. It's now going forward like this, and that's because I added more stuffing, pressed some down, and added it up across this whole area through here, behind the head to give it a nice tug up, so she's not looking into the ceiling. And as you manipulate where the stuffing is, you're squeezing the front and the back. So I'm squeezing and repositioning the stuffing in this Cabbage Patch Kid's body to reposition her head. And you can't do it unless you add, some more stuffing. My God, what is wrong with my hair? I have to make my hair cooler because I'm burning up. So here, you can look at her while she's lying down. Oh, here's my controller. I have to change it in both rooms. So So as you can see, baggy pajamas. Like I said, when you're making dolls, when you're crafting, and if you're not in a group and you're at home in the privacy of your home and to yourself, comfortable pajamas. Even with a tutorial, dress comfortably. There was one girl, she would do live videos on, I think she did it here on YouTube. She would crochet these animals and stuff like that. Oh my God, I used to love watching her tutorials and videos, and she would crochet, and this is what she did as well. She also did, okay, this is cute, that looks good. Okay, might have to have a little more up here in the front area. So for this cabbie, the owner, the original person, they removed her original hair. So you can see the original markings. He said that she had 2 ponytails. She had blue-eyed hair originally, and said it was just very coarse, cheap yarn. Wasn't the best quality. So he wasn't happy with it. He didn't like it. And because I show my work, I show how I do what I do, he wanted me to spot her. Now, if my camera was at a different position, back on the gooseneck, you could probably see a lot more of this a lot better. I'm checking everything. She's nice and full. So yeah, this is a good position. The repositioning of her head and everything. So this looks really well. I'm just double testing it because this is a coarser, this is more coarse. The dolls that I make myself are like this, and my dolls that I make, I sew them where I stuff them very firmly because I have to do a micro stitch. So this is my doll that I made, and it's firm. It's very firm. I don't like them to be wonky, where it's just not enough stuffing in them. I like my dolls I make to be very well stuffed. Okay, I'm adding a little more stuffing into the back. I'm going back around this area. That helps reposition her head. While you're doing this, you will feel something hard in her neck, and it's where the fabric is gathered, and they have a hard thing wrapped around for the doll's head because it's not made onto the body. It's a separate piece. So as you can see, I'm pushing cotton around the fabric that comes down in the center of the doll's body to help reposition her head going forward. When I'm done with this in a moment, I'm going to start giving her new hair. And we're doing 2 ponies, double pony. Again, that's what David wants. David wants double ponies. Okay. So the good thing is I'm able to offer a better viewing. Okay, that's very good. She's nice and firm, and she's full. She's more plump, which is cute. A skinny Cabbage Patch Kid is just not cute. There's nothing pretty about a skinny Cabbage Patch Kid. And it's like Santa Claus, Nobody wants to see a skinny Santa. Alright, so now I'm going to move my phone. And now I'm going to put it back up here. Let me make sure. Okay, it's gripped in. Perfect. Okay. So now I'm going to show you from this angle how she now looks. So now you can see where she's more stuffed. The head is more down, facing forward. Okay, there we go. See? And you can tell she's gained a little weight after this stuffing, and she's adorable. She's cute like that. See? So the head is now more forward facing, whereas she's not looking for a ceiling fan. And now I'm going to hand stitch her back up over here, and I'll show you how I do that. I already do pre-threaded my needle. Now, you don't use regular thread for this. They use a thicker thread, as you can see here. And it looks like embroidery floss is what they call it, but oh well. So I'm coming in up here, close to her neck. And I'm going to retie that. And I'm going to do a double knot. So if you see me taking my needle, I'm wrapping that around twice to make a double knot. Okay. And now just a regular knot. And that will hold it. And I'm going to take the end piece here and push that into her body. And now I'm going to pull this like that so that I can sew her back up the way she was sewn originally. So I'm going to bring my camera over and come down. Can you believe it? This little gadget, it was only $13 on Amazon. I added it like a birthday gift thing, but apparently nobody wanted to send me a gift for my birthday this year. So anyway, the good thing was I was able to put some dolls for sale on eBay, and I was able to get a better gadget. Now, do you think I can learn that in one day? Absolutely not. I had to, again, I did a lot of doll making classes before I started YouTube over 15 years ago. And I am able to sew this exactly the way it was originally. See the other side? That's the original. And there's mine. And now I'm going to finish this off. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap her up. She's done. It's sealed. It's that simple. I didn't cut a main stitch. I cut a simple stitch that they use separately that does not attach her head onto her body. Because you can see the knot, the original knot for the head is still intact through there. Now the problem working with fabric, you see my fingers? Yes, they get dry. Yesterday I did sewing and the fabric where they use the spray in the warehouse to prevent dry rot. Yeah, it's no joke. It can damage your skin and dry it out. Alright, so let me see, I can hold on to this. I'm getting ready to start preparing her hair. Now that she is sewn and both ends match. And she's looking forward. She's cute, cute, cute. And then pretty eyes. She's happy. She's a happy girl. Why is my computer doing that? Alright, fine. I shut everything out. Okay, now pull it back up. I'm doing her hair before if I decide to do any painting on her face. When I say painting on her face, I mean with the eyes, because it's when you're doing a Cabbage Patch Kid, you know, for me personally, I do it personally. Her eyes are great though. Look, the little dot, the little swirls, it's perfect. This doll was early 2020s. I love this face. The current ones they do, the nose is like literally up here between the eyes, and they got that big, this is a whole big space between the nose and mouth, and to me it gives it more of a troll look. And so I don't like a lot of the newer soft sculpture Cabbage Patch Kids. They don't like Cabbage Patch Kids. They look more like, you know, a troll type doll. So I like this better. This is so much cuter. It looks more like a Cabbage Patch Kid. But I get it. You know, they do variations to keep them looking fresh, different, new. So let's get this girl's hair started. I've already got everything done, ready to go. So you can see we're using different threads. We've got pink with fuzzy sparkle. We've got fuzzy white. Now this is the yarn the owner sent me. We have this shade of pink over here. Then we have that shade of pink right there. This shade right here is the same. No, it's a different one. These two are the same right there. That one and the rest are different. Then you got the white shimmer. So, here we go. I'm deciding, I'm looking at how long I'm going to make her hair. Because with this yarn, I don't want to give her too much or too little. So, I have to be cautious how I do it because I don't have, I don't know if some of this is going to last, but it should. And I'm about to find out. Now, when I'm using this many colors at once, and I'm or use this many yarn balls at once, it really helps me be able to get a whole lot more hair at one time instead of continuously refilling and adding more hair in my hands. So I'll get to that in a minute while I'm adding up her hair. Okay, so now I'm ready to cut it already. Okay. And I'm going to start over here. Now, I think David was going to try to do it himself, but then he was scared he'd mess it up. This looks easy because I've been doing this for a very long time. I make it look easy because I know what I'm doing. I don't have to question what I'm doing or how I'm doing it because I've been doing this for years. You have to be very careful with this fabric when you're going to spa or Cabbage Patch Kid. This fabric is thin. If you do the needle wrong, you can make the fabric rip, run. There are a lot of things you can do to mess the whole doll up. So if you're not familiar with using this type of fabric, you can absolutely destroy and ruin your doll within seconds and then regret what you've done. Okay, so I'm going to bring this right here, pull it out. So if you want to spot Cabbage Patch Kid, and if you think you want to try this yourself, please do think carefully. There are people like myself who are familiar with a Cabbage Patch Kid. They're also familiar with how to reroot one, redo the hair to one. And honestly, if you are not familiar with this fabric, if you're not familiar with the technique, I highly recommend have someone do professionals. There are very few people who do this for other people. Seek them out, find out their prices. Don't even argue about their prices because it's not easy and it takes a lot of time to have the knowledge to do this. So when you think about that, you gotta add into the thing about their professionalism and how they got to know how to do what they do when it comes to spying a Cabbage Patch Kid. But also think about the results that you want. So if you want someone who knows what they're doing and everything, it costs money. It can go up into the hundreds, depending on how much yarn you want, what the hairstyle you want. All of that takes into play. So when you are going to ask or have someone spa your Cabbage Patch Kid, make sure you agree with their pricing. And I'm like this, it's worth the investment if you're getting what you want. Let me see. I'm gonna mute this, unmute that. Okay. Give me a moment. I'm redoing something and I need water. All right. And so, I mean, like I said, there are websites, there are people on Cabbage Patch Kid pages. I had a woman. I sold a Cabbage Patch Kid on eBay, and I was selling at that time at a flat fee because I didn't have time to deal with all this stuff because I had so many listings going on. And I sold a soft sculpture Cabbage Patch Kid to this woman on eBay. She got pissed off at me over $3 and told me that she was going to destroy me in the Cabbage Patch Kid groups and all this kind of stuff over $3. I'm not kidding, over $3. And I told her that I was charging a flat rate shipping, and I put it in a set price that I put in myself. And this woman got angry, and she was the oh god, the messages were just hideous. She went into a full blown Karen for $3. Yep. And so I'm like, I don't have time for this kind of stupidity. So I would rather just, that's it. Someone, I sell something or something like that to someone, if they don't like but I don't do that now. It costs more because eBay determines your shipping price, and eBay, to me, charges more. But anyway, she just went with that and just went hell forward. So I ended up getting put out of two Cabbage Patch Kid groups because to make her, I guess, so they could make her feel like she was just so important or like she did something for $3. It's amazing the drama that can get created. So I just don't. I mean, you can't fix stupid. But anyway, buy what you love, and when you're going to get your Cabbage Patch Kid spot, if you are not a doll maker, if you are not familiar with yarn and making dolls, please do get a professional. Just seek someone out who's professional. With me, when it comes to doing people's dolls, I do people that I've been working with for years. I don't really do stuff for people that I don't know or that are new, especially nowadays, because I can't deal with the drama and the craziness. Either you know what you want or you don't. And if you don't know what you want, then think about it. Think long and hard about spying a Cabbage Patch Kid, because you can't get just one Cabbage Patch Kid and end up wanting 3 or 4 types of hair looks or 3 or 4 different yarns, for one Cabbage Patch Kid. You will need to buy a few and have them done, but then yet don't expect it to be done for free because it takes expertise into doing this. This is not something people learn how to do overnight. Even though I'm doing a tutorial, it doesn't mean that your results are going to come out like mine. I already know the shape and face of a Cabbage Patch. See where I'm going? That's how it looks when it's pulled back. You can't see thread. You don't see loose threads. You don't see loose yarn. Look how well that blends. So these are things you need to take into consideration. And there are several people who know how to spot a soft sculpture Cabbage Patch Kid in the groups. They're very good at what they do. And, go with them. With me, I'm not a business. This is not a business for me. This is me creating tutorials that deal with doll making that I like to do. I do some reviews on dolls that I love. My Peaches and Cream Reproduction Barbie has already shipped. I got the notification yesterday evening. I was very excited. And, That's when I'm getting a doll that I love, I do review, I do my makeup and stuff like that. If I know what's coming beforehand. Sometimes I get too excited. I'm like, you know what? Who cares about face and makeup? Let's just do it. Let's just go get it done. Okay. Every piece of yarn counts. But yeah, the first Cabbage Patch Kid I ever experimented on was my own because the yarn, it felt like Red Heart yarn. The Red Heart yarn is coarse. Um, it catches lint. All that weird stuff, and I don't like that yarn. So I like this is good yarn. David wanted his Cabbage Patch done, and he knows what brand I prefer, what I use. I prefer Hobby Lobby. The bee, they have their yarn is silky, it's soft, it doesn't hold on to lint balls and all that kind of weird stuff. So I recommend their yarn. Now, granted, with me, I am not a political person. I have to say this a lot of times because some people are very political and some people are very, upset over a lot of things. But, you know, if I need or want something from a store and they sell what I love, I'm not going in there spending hundreds of dollars. I'm going in there to get what I want. So I know that some people have an issue with Hobby Lobby because of their religious beliefs or what have you. But, that's their stuff, not mine. I'm going there to get what I need. And, I don't care if they're atheist. You know, it is what it is. And I'm just being honest. Because inside my home, I like it to be peaceful. I like it to be a safe environment. And it is. It's everything that I want it to be. But when I go outside my doors or places or shopping or what have you, I'm not going to be looking up at what that store's political views are, or how, even if they don't even like me or people I'm related to. It's each to their own. So I hope no one takes that personally because I mentioned the store where I buy my yarn. I mentioned the store because they have the best of what I need. No, I'm not using regular thread. I am using a polyester thread. Something that's not going to break. I'm also using one that has, like what I was using, has a coarse texture and it holds. And it's not going to make a hole, well, from my experience, it doesn't, into the doll's fabric. So you have to realize that when you're sewing new hair into a cloth doll, especially like a Cabbage Patch or soft sculpture, you do not want to use a type of thread that's going to make a hole and start ripping into the fabric of the doll's head. That's why this is very tedious. And this is why if I don't do someone's Cabbage Patch Kid, I always recommend them someone, even with this tutorial, I do recommend you to find someone who knows what they're doing and know the technique, know it well, because it only takes half a second to destroy an entire Cabbage Patch Kid. I know because I have a smaller one over there on the floor and she's in pieces. The body, the head's fine, but I don't have fabric that's going to match her body. Okay, let me go ahead and get that closed up so I can get ready to do more yarn to go around back here. I am going to change her hairline. Where's my pencil? So I don't need a pencil, but I'm going to show you. There we go. I can turn it like this. Okay. So with this, I'm going to do here, and I'm going to come around. I'm going to probably go close around her ear, but I don't want to mark it because I don't want pencil to be seen. So I'll keep it back, and I'm going to go down like this to here, and then bring it down. So let me lift her up. This is her original line right there. And I'm bringing it down further to cover up all of the little folds from the fabric. So I'm going to bring her hair down through there. I'm going to try to bring it down a little bit further, but yeah, it'll be somewhere in those guidelines. So I'm adding more of a scalp to cover up all of that extra. Anyway, regardless, it's not going to be seen. That reminds me before I keep going. And these are pretty shades of pink. Look how pretty that is. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a whole hairline like this. So you can see the front. There we go. Show everybody how pretty you are, girl. So this is, let me lift up her legs. Okay, there we go. So there. She has beautiful, these are beautiful colors. All these beautiful shades of pink. See how perfect they blend? So if you stay within something similar to the same hair color, if you're using a light color, like with this, I didn't buy this yarn. David bought the yarn for his Cabbage Patch, and he got all of these different textures and colors, and they blend perfectly. It blends beautifully. So she's gonna look amazing. She really is. She's got beautiful long thick hair. All right. So now I'm going to bring her over, and I'm going to lay her over this way, and I'm going to take all of this gorgeous hair and put it up on my table. Okay, so also what I need to do is come in and redo where I'm going to have my needle. Nope, I'll go ahead and do this first. Okay, so I'm going to end up now preparing yarn to go all the way across through here. Okay. I've seen the comments on my old videos where I spot Cabbage Patch Kids, and people are still watching those videos, and they're still commenting on them. And they've been like almost 10 years ago. Okay, this is more than enough hair for this side, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this. Now, what I like about using all of these yarns at once is because very quickly I add up to get a thick amount in my hand to do it. Also, when you're used to working with a needle and thread, you're able to do this a lot quicker and easier. But it comes with skill. You gotta have the skill. You definitely gotta know how to work your way around a needle and thread. Oh, the needle. Let me switch this around. There. Because you want this to blend and to close in with everything else. And because of my sitting condition, now I'm going to, I feel her ear. Now I'm going to come through this way. So this is the side. I can feel her ear right through here, and I want to keep the hairline going above the ear. Okay, this is going to work pretty good. This is going to do very well. So you can see her ears right there. And I'm bringing her hairline down to go over her ear, like literally right over the ear. Because I'm making it where she will have a better hairline. I mean, I get it, you know, with Babyland and stuff. I mean, these kids, they have to figure out a way to make them quickly, professionally, and to get them available for sale, adoption, as soon as possible. But me personally, I love a lot of the stuff. I love a lot of the accessories they got, the clothing you can buy now. It's cute. It's really cute. And they do an amazing job, but I don't know. I feel like, you know, people like that longer hair. With the little ones, it looks cute. Those little ponytails and stuff like that is cute, but a lot of people like the longer hair, and, you know. Okay, so now I'm going to turn around to the side like this, because I'm going behind the ear now, and I want to have a nice smooth hairline. Okay, so now I have to change the position of the doll. This is the back of her head. I'm going to look and see. Okay, so now I'm going to come straight down on this side of where I marked. Okay, spread that out. I know a lot of people have been watching and waiting for me to do a tutorial like this with Soft Sculpture Cabbage Patch Kid. I saw the messages and I would comment, it's coming soon, and things like that, or whenever I got one. So I hope this is what they want, and it can give you an idea of how to spa your caddy correctly and safely. Tips are appreciated, like in super chats. Just saying, you know. Because everyone who does this, they're not going to put this out there. They're going to show you. They're not going to show you how to do this, so you can go out and make a business into it. They're not going to try to help you. And everyone knows that. Now, also, when you're doing this, you want to make sure that needle is positioned perfectly when you're pulling that thread through. So as you can see, this is done this way. Now when I pull this over, this is the back of the doll's head, and you can see the original pencil line that was behind the ear. Now I'm going to take you around to the other side, and we're going to pull this over gently. So now you can see her new hairline. So now you can see that. She has a nice new hairline that goes around the ear perfectly. It's much nicer, it's much tighter. So now you can see how that looks from the side. And once her hair is styled, it's even going to look better. I mean, if I lived in northern Georgia, oh, yeah, I would love to work at Babyland. Oh my gosh. I'd have to end up living with somebody because I probably won't cut out too many Cabbage Patch Kids. Because you know I mean, hello, to be working there and be a collector too? Oh my gosh. But then again, I suppose when you're working with them, playing with them all the time, you kind of get to feel like, okay, I got one. Or maybe if you get to make a few of your own, you know, and have them with the hair and look and stuff you personally want, that would be even better. But they haven't, but saying, I'm pretty sure they have some like that, but they can't show them. Okay. Now I'm pulling the yarn for the back of her head. Alright, I'm going to set my camera like that. I need a moment real quickly. You can see where I'm working on my own dolls. Okay, and I leave the yarn there. And one thing I do before and after this is I do a thorough carpet cleaning. I have 3 different sprays I use with my vacuum cleaner. So I know my floor is clean. I went ahead and grabbed my Cabbage Patch Kid that I spot, and this one and that one, they look like sisters. And I'll show her to you in a few moments when I'm done. Oh my god, I love how she turned out. But yeah, their faces are similar. I need to check my door. Oh, it stopped raining. So, well, God heard our prayers. For the first time in history, one hurricane knocked another hurricane, and then they went away from our shores. Thank you, Jesus. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to position her. Now I'm going to reposition my camera. That way y'all get a good view. There you go. That's a good view. Absolutely. Who was I talking to? I think I was telling David. I was telling David how sometimes I have to take breaks because it's like I need updated stuff or like an updated cell phone. You know, better camera, quality, all of that stuff. So sometimes I can't do stuff as often because you have to get an upgrade. Especially the ring lights. You know, because, oh my gosh, these lights, they don't last for so long. They wear out, they blow out, then you gotta replace them. Oh my gosh. And with me, this is my hobby. This is my therapy because it's relaxing for me. And my doctor verifies that. I mean, I'm blessed to have a good team of doctors at my hospital, and they all know about what I do on YouTube. They all agree and like my content, and you know, my doctor, my psychiatrist and therapist call my dolls coping mechanisms to deal with trauma and things like that. Nothing I'm going in detail with. So it is what it is. I have health conditions that I can't control and what have you. So this is what I do is for a hobby and tutorials. There you go, tutorials. And that's why I show my work as well because um, hopefully it can help a lot of you to do this yourself. David, no, I don't recommend you doing this yourself. Absolutely. Oh, God, no. I don't think you could relax enough to do it. And believe me, I know you enough to know that you've already tried it. But that's also why I mentioned details. Because a lot of people would love to be able to spot their Cabbage Patch Kid. And the thing is, I wouldn't, even though I'm showing you this, it's kind of like do it at your own risk. Be patient, take your time, but also you have to be familiar with the fabric. And I do recommend getting the fabric. It's for soft sculpture, and try sewing it. You got to get a whole special sewing needle for your machine in order to even sew the fabric for a soft sculpture Cabbage Patch or any kind of soft sculpture doll. You have to use a knit fabric needle, and they come in different sizes. So not only do you have to get a needle that's made for knit fabric, you also have to pick the right size. And it's crazy. So that's why I have so many. I didn't even show y'all. Can I just put them into my little um, toolbox? I'll show you in a moment the variety of needles that I got. And when it comes to crafting and making things, I mean, even like with Doreen, she makes all of those beads. Her equipment, her supplies, and then to buy all of those beautiful, everything costs. When you're doing stuff like this at home, you got to pay a lot of money for fabric. You got to pay a lot of money for yarn. Then sometimes you have to drive way out the way. I have to drive out of the way to go to Hobby Lobby because we do not have a Hobby Lobby in my city. I have to go to another city to go there, and I go only when it's necessary because it's pretty far out. So I'm thinking about going this week because I want to look at some Christmassy fabric and some yarn because I do want to do some holiday dolls that I'm making, and I don't have any Christmassy fabric, but I want to do it that would be cute for all holiday seasons that can be left up all year round or enjoyed all year round, things like that. Okay. I love these. These yarns are gorgeous, David. They really are beautiful. I remember talking about David's story with his dog. He has two poodles, Barbie and Ken. They're brother and sister. And I think I mentioned about she had to have surgery, and it was like 11,000. But he was able to get her surgery and do like a pet insurance credit thing or something. But anyway, he was able to get his baby, her surgery. Alright, so here's the back of her head. So another thing you want to do is make sure you're going across pretty straight, because you can get all wonky and make it all zigzag and crooked, or sometimes you start down and then you're going up, or sometimes you're becoming then you're going down. So you want to make sure you stay steady. Let me get my stick. Make sure you're doing steady and go all the way straight across. I should have used a pencil, that's too big. So yeah, that's important to keep it going steadily across in the shape of like the doll's neck. Bring it down close. You don't want it all the way down. You don't want it all the way down there. You want it about here. This is perfect. Or maybe halfway, half of this. But this is perfect regardless. Anyway, no one's going to see it, but just knowing that it's done well and it's a well done job, that's very important, to know that, it's done by, done. Look at that. See, we're going around. We're almost there. I know you think already. So you see that little hole right there? That's from where the hair was sewn previously, and that's what happens. So when you get ready to spa your Cabbage Patch, you want to make sure that you're going to get it right the first time, because each time you're sewing, and I'm doing small stitches about this wide. Babyland, they do it about here, here, here. It depends on the hairstyle. But you want to do it right so you don't have to do it again. Also, this is why I bring the hairline down lower. See, it's like that much lower, because I don't want to add another hole where this has already been done. Now, this is not going to spread. I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to agitate it, because it can make it spread. And you don't want to touch none of those previous holes. You want to avoid the original pattern. So I come down further, and to get rid of this less and make this smaller, I come midway and I go through. So this is why I come all the way across here. This is why then when I go straight up, I go right behind the ear, and then we connect right about there. So I'm going to be connecting right here. I told that normally I would give her like a little earring, but I don't know where my beads are at this time. I don't know where, because I'm still, stuff is still packed up, and I'm trying to downsize, stuff on eBay so that I can get things that I need and replace. Alright, so now that you see how much fun that we've done, now I'm going to prepare some more, get more yarn up so that we can finish the back nape hairline. And then after I'm done with hair, David does want her eyes done, and it's not a big problem. So it's not an issue, so we can do our eyes, and I will show you my doll as reference. No, I love all of this. Now that I see this, I do want to buy some yarn this week, and I want to get some of this here. It's kind of like a fabric type stuff. I do want to do that to spa one of my cabbies. I mean, this would have looked amazing mixed with my pink and haired Cabbage Patch Kid, but I'm not doing another pink and white haired one. But, oh god, I can make my own doll and use these colors. So I can do that. I'm not making a soft sculptured Cabbage Patch type doll. No, I'm not doing that. We have other artists who do that. I'm not one of them. I make my dolls out of 100% cotton, and I'm not making a doll this big. I'm keeping it smaller and more petite, fashion type cloth doll is what I've been making recently. And the perfect thing is that I'm looking at all the yarn we got, and we have enough yarn. So I know David, he's watching and thinking, oh my god, do I have enough yarn? Do we have enough yarn? Yes, David, we have enough yarn. Everything's fine. We're good. We have more than enough yarn. So far everything is looking great. So you don't have to worry. I'm looking at everything I got back here. I thought I was going to be low on this particular one, but we're not. Everything's perfect. We're good. Okay, I have to pull my needle over, and I need to reposition my chair. Oh, that reminds me, where is this even? Right across here. like that. And I need to move my chair up. So this way, there. And I'll move my camera a little bit. Okay. Can y'all see good? Just give me a thumbs up if you can. That's the best way I can, that way I see, you know. Okay. Okay. So now I can take that last bit and prepare it here for the curve to go behind her ear. Okay. There. All right. So let me pull all of this up so you can see the back nape of the doll. So you can see everything works out great. It's nice and thick. It's beautiful. It's a lot of hair. Of course, we wouldn't have it any other way. Now I'm going to go into here. I gotta get ready to tie this. Knot it something. There we go. All right. Good thing is for me is that I can do this in one day. The complete adding, repositioning the head, adding body stuffing to help with that so it's not as flimsy, and then also repainting eyes. So David likes the eyes spot. I think this one, she has beautiful eyes, but the last one I did for him with the auburn hair, oh my gosh, he came out gorgeous. Those eyes were just stunning. All right, yeah, I'm doing a single knot for this at the moment because I've already done a regular knot. Now I'm going to come in and do a double knot. Okay, that went through, so if you can see the needle, it's got a double wrap around through the loop. Pull it through and tie it. Now, when you do a double knot, it prevents it from coming out. Okay, done. Okay. Set that aside. Okay, now we have to wrap this up. And to give you a heads up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring our hairline from here, and we're going to come straight up, right up through here, and come around to here. And that'll be it. That's it. Oh, no, it's not, because I'm also going to do right through here. We're going to give her a center part as well, because she's going to do ponytails, two enormously thick ponytails. And that's why I have to, for David, I have to add more stuffing because he wants it super thick. He likes the hair long and thick. Her hair is like pink cotton candy. It's like sparkle fairy cotton candy. Pink, beautiful pink. And the white is just such a beautiful enhancer when you have 3 shades of pink. Honestly, it just makes it really gorgeous. I told him it would work. Yeah, I told him once I started pulling all of this out and put them all together that it was going to be stunning. And it is. All right. Let me cut that. Okay. Now I have to take this yarn, straighten it out with my fingers. Okay. And then I lay it across her head like that. I make sure it's in the center where the fold is. Okay, so I can feel her ear right here. So I want to be behind the ear. I kind of want to redo Dolly Jingle's hair. I wouldn't mind having this here in white sparkle. I don't know. I have to go and look and see what I can see when I go to the store. That reminds me, I need to call my mom. I can't do it now because I'm using my phone and I turned off notifications so no one can interrupt my phone with calls. Okay, so I can pull this. So I have to come around and do like a little round thing right here, like a corner. So now I'm pulling this up and through. Okay. And now do this like this. Using my fingers to hold that press down. And now to bring the front hairline and the side hairline together, and now it's all connected. So now you can see. So there's her face. So this is the side where I did the front first, and now it has it nice rounded, and the yarn is blended and well connected. And that's how we make it pretty. I really like her. I don't know what. Sometimes when I do this, oh my god, it does. It makes me want to get me a Cabbage Patch Kit. Then again, no, I got 3 or 4. I want to put on eBay. I gotta find their papers and certificate, because I would rather kind of like sell some of mine and then sell 3 and just get 1, so that I can specifically spa the hair or whatever. I'm doing several knots. The last one is going to be a double, like that. Okay, the hairline is done. Now, when you're cutting your thread, because it's inside this area, you can cut your thread long. Doesn't matter how short or how long it is, as long as you got it tied up good, because no one's going to see it, not even you. Okay, girly. So now you can see her new hairline. See how beautifully it blends? You don't see any threads, you don't see any holes, nothing like that. That's how come I'm like, you have to have expertise in this. So here she is from the side. Everything is beautifully done. Alright, I'm elevating my camera. This thing is very hard to maneuver. So now I'm going to prepare her. Yeah, you see that's a lot of hair. It's a lot of hair. Ugh. Now I could leave her hair like this, and it's more than enough hair for me to go and do the flip-flop, the basket back hairstyle. In fact, this would probably be easier. It'd be easier for me to do it that way, because this is more than enough hair, more than plenty of hair. Well, yarn for hair on my Cabbage Patch Kid. It's a lot. To give you a better view, this is her hair. Oh my god, it's like a lot of hair. It's a lot of hair. So, I'm thinking, because I know he likes other style, and to be honest with you, if I did the center part through here, I wouldn't be able to do that type of flip-flop style. I could do it, but it's gonna take longer. It's like pulling a worm out of her head. There. Wow. So you can see they spaced the stitch. There's this hole, and a hole. They spaced it out like an inch apart. So you can see where I lowered the hairline. This was her original hairline, and I made her forehead smaller, to that way you don't see any of the pencil markings. So I'm thinking, do I want to do that? I did it on mine, but I did it to mine. I did not give her the basket weave type of hairstyle. I just gave her a simple 2 parts and did the front and gave her 2 pigtails. I could do that. It would still look good, because with all this hair, who is going to be seeing it? I mean, David's going to give her a whole inspection, but if I don't do the basket style, I mean, it's just going to be a part here and 2 part, and then it's ponytail, and then the front I do the little tight curl loop and put it up part of the ponytail, which will look great, and it make it less bulky. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do a part, keep it cute and simple, and I know it's gonna look better that way. So that's my decision, and I'm gonna go with that. So Now I'm going to come about here. Do I want that? I'm thinking. No, I'm not going to rethread it. Okay, so they've done a knot here. They did a knot there, there, and here as well. So I'm doing the knot for the thread over here. Now, this is a different way I'm doing my double knot, like that. Now, when I wrap this around, I'm going to take my needle and go like this, and I get the same result in making a double knot. So, there, it's double knotted. I'm not going to cut it. I'm just going to leave it like that because, like I said, once you've started doing the doll's hair, that blends in with all this yarn. Okay, so there we are. We are now ready to pull out the thread and make the part. Make her center part for her ponytails. And so my Cabbage Patch Kid that I have sitting over here, actually I should probably show it to you before I even get started. That'll give you a better visual. Alright, so lift this up more. Okay, hold on a minute. There. Set her over there. Yeah, see, that's a lot of yarn. Okay, so I just grabbed my girl, and all right, so this is mine. As you can see, they look very similar. The nose, the eyes, well, I did repaint her eyes, and I added the shimmer glimmer. Okay, never mind, you can't see that. Okay, there we go. All right, this one's mine. Now you can see the new eyes. I did the repaint on the eyes. Also through here, you can see I did her 2 ponytails. I went straight to the back and just kept it cute and simple with her ponies. And the hair is just thick and voluptuous. And I used the front hairline hair to create this dramatic style to give her more drama and to make it just, you know, beautiful. And so her ponytails are like this. So I'm going to do this hairstyle on this doll as well. Okay, so my girl, she's wearing, oh, I found her shoes. This is an outfit I bought. I believe I bought it a year, 2 years ago at TJ Maxx. So this is her dress with lots of sparkle. And of course in her jacket as well. So, and you can see the sparkle in her eyes. Okay, so, and I did do beads to give her little earrings. I did that for David last time, but at this time, I don't know where my beads are. So that's why I'm not been making anything, because I don't know where I have them. All right. They could be here. I don't know. That's why I've given stuff away, donated stuff, and trying to list stuff on eBay. Okay. Here we go. Now we're going to start her middle part. This also helps her keep a lot of her hair length so that it's still kind of long and it's pretty. So yeah, we're going to do this. Let me think. I need to look at that white thread. Possibly. Also, this helps her ponytail, though either way I have to cut the ends, but definitely gives her more layers. And we are running out of the pink sparkle. The good thing is I have enough to stretch it to do her middle part. So that is the good thing. Because I'm trying to get everything I need now. Oh, what is that? So I don't have to add more hair later. Okay, that was the end of the thicker, I don't know, it's like a fabric yarn. Okay. Done. Okay, I can transfer whatever that's left over to the side. Okay, I'm using my hands to just smooth everything out. I'm using my fingers like a rake to spread the yarn around. Okay, so here we go. There we go, and there it is. So I'm going to go straight down. The only thing I'm questioning at this very moment is, do I have enough? Well, I might have to retread my needle. That's the only thing I question. Probably will. I'm pressing my head down so I don't stick myself with the needle. I've done that before. Not a pleasant experience. And I asked her, I said, why don't you have more of this? I said, why don't you have more of that? They didn't have any more. I got the only ball of yarn they had like that. It's funny, he gets dramatic and it tickles me. He just makes me think of like a little brother. Well, not really little, we're pretty close in age, but regardless, he makes me think of a brother. One that acts more like me, quite dramatic. Now, the reason why the yarn looks like it's running out is because this is thick. I got it pretty thick. That way you don't see her scalp. So, now I'm going to have to come in through here and we're just going to do a little single knot so I can rethread. See, it's amazing how quick the thread can start running short. Okay, there. That won't move. It's double knotted. Okay. All right. Put the needle aside. Now I'm going to double knot this. There's one. Now, go through. There we go. Two. Perfect. Like I said, you can cut it or just let it blend. You're not going to notice it. It won't be seen, so it's not a big deal. Alright, so now I have to come back up through here and do a different stitch because I have to come down to be able to pull to finish this up. Okay, there we go. So now I'm going to come through there And go all the way down to the bottom here. There we go. There. It's done. So now I'm gently going back up through here. All right. Okay. There. That's our center part. Now I'm going to cut through here. Bring it over to the side like that. Pull. And now I'm going to knot this up and be done with it. There, we got a nice double knot. Now we're doing another double knot. Yeah, we're doing another one. Slightly different lower space, but they're pretty much all close together. Okay. Now I'm done. Now watch, I'm gonna pull. Ta-da! It disappeared. It just stretched and popped inside her head. So she doesn't have an extra one. Okay, so I'm pretty set to go ahead and style her hair. I am cutting the little threads. All right. So first things first. Oh my God, how did I do that? This is a lot. Oh my gosh. It's like a mess. It's an absolute tangled mess. More so than usual. Okay. That's why I usually lay these on the bed when I'm going to do this. But to get the basic part done, the base of it, I need to go ahead and get it started. Oh, this part, how in the world? Oh, this hair is on top of some of the other pieces. That's fine. I can go ahead and just cut it. Okay. Okay, lift my light up out of my way. Okay, put that over there. Now I have to come through here and split this up. Alright, from where I sewed it. Alright, big scissors. So I'm using my fingers. I'm having to rake through to get all of this nice and so it can be laid down nice and smoothly. And I want it to be high pony. Probably should have doubled that. So it ripped. Like I said, I should have doubled it. And we are going to double it. Okay, that'll work. Okay, so you see it's like 4 strands of yarn for each side because it's like I did it double twice. Now you know why you have to do it. And this is also why it's like you definitely want to be around someone who knows what they're doing. Because if they don't, your kid is your Cabbage Patch Kid, your pride little possession, can be destroyed in seconds. As quick as I purposely let you see that rip, that's how quick your Cabbage Patch Kid can get destroyed by one simple little mistake. Okay, so I'm doing a double knot through here so you can see it's double knotted. Now I'm doing it very tightly. Now I'm going to leave this like this. I'm going to put a ponytail back around this way. Alright, and we're going to tie it again up here. I do lots of this because it's what I call a set hairstyle. And now I'm going to bring it back around after one tie. It's already been doubled in the front. Tie it once, then bring it back under. And I'm going to be doing a series like this here for each time I add hair into this ponytail. Why? Because it makes sure that the doll's hair is set and that it's not going anywhere and this isn't going to break. It's going to last decades. And that's, you know, it'll last the life of your Cabbage Patch Kid. So this is with any kind of, even with the original hairstyle. Okay, so now that we got this one ponytail getting started, as you can see, she's looking like Rapunzel. Not going to keep it that way because it won't be fun. It's too much yarn. Remember, this is not hair, it's yarn for hair. Because David definitely feels like, I wanted to be Rapunzel. I'm like, it's yarn. It's Cabbage Patch Kid. She's already, you know, she's, you know, she's a full little girl. You know, it's, you know, she's not like this little Barbie. And if you make the hair all too much, it's going to make her look very frumpy and it's not going to look cute. So you have to really take into consideration so many things because when you alter, any alteration of a Cabbage Patch Kid, even designing your own, everything from hair to how much thicker you make it, it's going to play a part in her overall appearance. And sometimes you can do too much and it's going to be too much. It's not going to be cute, it's not going to be pretty, and you won't be happy with it. Okay. So now I'm going through this, getting this section off. I'm also cutting while I'm going. Okay, I need my other scissors for fabric, the big ones. Okay, double checking the side here. Alright, I'm gonna get a little bit of this also from back here to go into a ponytail, because I don't, when you're starting, you don't want it to be overwhelmingly too thick. You gotta do it sections at a time when you're doing your ponytail. Everyone's different, but this is the best way for the long run over the years for it to hold up and remain where it's never changing. And with all of these different layers of attaching the yarn, it prevents a lot of stress from being on where it's been stitched. Okay. All right. Now coming underneath, double knot. Again, a simple knot. Okay. Yep, they feel pretty even in thickness, which is important. And let me see. I am going to give her a little bit of a weave basket hairstyle in the back. Okay. Okay, so I'm grabbing some more yarn from over here as well. I'm exhausted already. I see this pink. I keep hearing that song, the Pink Pony Club. That's what I want, is the Pink Pony Club. All right, so I'm starting the weave basket because I'm grabbing hair from this side and I'm going to cross it over to that side. I don't know. I can do that last. Actually, I'm doing that last. That would have worked. And I don't want it to be too thicky, bulky. So, let me set that over there. And grab hair in the front. I'm prepping. I'm doing prepping. Okay. Okay, that can go there like that. That'll work. Okay, now I'm going to do the other side. Keep it cute, keep it even. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to find the center. Here's the center. And I'm going to switch it over. Let me pull all this up and I'm going to give you a better idea of what I'm talking about. Yeah, this is fine. Get all that separated properly. Okay. Okay. I'm having to rake my fingers through it. Did not realize how tangled some of this would get. I guess it's from the fake yarn. They call it yarn, but it's not really yarn. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pull this over here and this over here. I'm like crossing it to, okay, that's a little too thick. That's too thick. Okay, so we're going to keep that over there. Alright, so now I'm going to lay this down right over here because I'm going to cover up like her head so you don't see it. So it'll be like, hold on, some of these pieces go on the other side. Yep, okay, there we go. So these are going to be flat and then crisscross like that so you don't see any of the doll's head. Usually I just do it and don't tell you. But I figured I would give a proper tutorial and tell you. Okay. Oh, that looks cute. That's looking cute. We have helicopters flying around. Something must have happened. Alright, so now I'm coming over to the other side and do the same thing. And a little then some. Okay, so now I'm going to bring some of that over there. Pull it up here like this. Okay. There. And I am going to move that front like that. Move that over there. Let me see the back. Right. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that part from the back up as well to really bring this, the base of the ponytail all together. Now that I got that part done, let's get this yarn. Pull my light up, further up because it's in my way. Okay. Alright. So going all the way underneath. We're already pre-prepped that lower part of that ponytail. And now I'm going to double knot. Perfect. Now I'm going to pull this back and grab that and do, why is it blurry? Huh. Is it getting better? Okay. So as you can see, with every section I'm adding to the ponytail, I'm double knotting and knotting. This plays a part in helping it be less retention on the stitches where I sewed the yarn onto her head for hair. With all of these tight layers that it'll be here, so the tension will be on all of these 4 pieces of yarn that have been double knotted, the front and the back. So this way the pieces I'm doing, they hold all that tension. That way there's no retention along the doll's hairline where I hand stitched. All of the tension would be, who is knocking on my door? But my cat's going to hide. Yes? Hello? Okay, sorry, I'm back. Okay, there's my baby. That one's mine. So we're going with that hairstyle. Nice, thick, voluptuous. Okay. Thank you for being patient for that quick little break. Weird, just weird. Y'all, if someone you don't know is knocking on your door, don't answer it. It's too much weird stuff going on in our country right now. And I came offline and used my doorbell camera to answer, and the guy was weird. He's just looking at me. I think because of my name, he was expecting me to be brown skin and what they think what a typical Mexican person looks like based on the name. Because it was me only. He didn't do it to my neighbors. So, yeah, it was kind of weird. So, if I sound a little nervous, like, I told him he could leave. And then shut my door and I locked it. So, thank goodness my neighbor across my walkway from me Her boyfriend's there. He does pretty good looking over the neighborhood, looking out for neighbors. He's pretty cool about that, and he's loaded. So, yeah. Oh, my brother. Hey, sorry back. My brother messaged me. Oh my gosh, what a view. What a view he just sent me. It was absolutely stunning. Okay, I got to get this untangled. I don't know. I'm realizing now that this yarn here, it's not really yarn, it's like a fabric. It will tangle all of the other yarn up. Oh my gosh. It turned into a little bit of a mess. I think the guy knocking on my door was weird. I'm telling y'all now, ladies, be careful. Because my name is Hispanic, and I think because when I opened my door, he looked shocked. I think he was expecting to see some short, brown skinned woman answer my door who didn't speak good English. That's what he was expecting. And he's coming and talking about some kind of insurance. No, he's lying. I could tell very quickly. I told him I'm not concerned about insurance. My ex husband has that dealt with. So, not something I have to deal with. Weird. So, y'all better be careful. Here in North Carolina, some weird men knocking on doors, and they're looking at people with Hispanic names, and they're looking to see if you look white or if you look brown, and how good your English is with and without an accent. I've had to deal with this already twice. This is my second time. This is stupid ridiculous. Where is my... See, this is why I keep pepper spray. But no, him knocking on my door like that. I did use my doorbell video thing, and I'm asking him. He's saying, I didn't hear you. I'm like, I got a big mouth. How the hell can you not hear me? I'm like, oh, and when I told him, I was like, I said, I'm live on YouTube right now doing a tutorial. Yeah, he knew he would be heard. Well, he thought he would. He didn't. Y'all know I wasn't on, but he doesn't know that. Y'all better be watch out now. Watch out. And if people don't like what I'm saying, this is a personal experience. Hello. Women disappearing up in here in our country. It is what it is. Don't try to sugarcoat it, and don't try to lie about it, because it's the truth. So, anyway. David, what is he saying? He's held something? Okay. Oh, shipping. Okay, that was a moderator. Oh, Doreen tried calling. Going through, notifications. Miller. Okay, I'm putting do not disturb back on. All right. Okay, so I'm going to try and lift this up and out. This is the second time someone come to my door like that. I don't like it. I don't like it. Now I'm about to put a sign on my door, no soliciting. Okay. Okay. So now I'm coming through. I'm getting ready to do this into a ponytail. Get that nice and smooth out like that. No, Miss Dixie, you can't get my lap. I got all this yarn. And girl, stop that. Why are you trying? Don't be scratching on the chair like that. Girl, behave. Behave yourself. My cat thinks she's human. So if you don't know, now you know. She does. You ought to see her in here like she starts meowing, 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 and pacing back and forth because she wants me to go to bed. Then when I do go to bed, then she's quiet. She's a mess. Let me think. Yeah, she got fresh food and water today, and she got her wet food too with her probiotic. All right, so the base of this ponytail. Okay, reset. Let me twist this around. Okay, the base for this ponytail is set. So you can see everything around is good. Looks good. So what I'm going to end up doing back here, I am going to create the crisscross basket pattern for the back. Let me look on this side. Oh, did I already do this side? Did I get it finished? Okay, both sides are, the base of the ponytail is completely done. There's no part of her head showing or anything like that. I will end up in the floor in a few moments to get her hair cut right. Okay, everything feels good, looks good. Yeah, okay. So, what I'm going to do now is work on the sides here. Wait, let me think, twist that. Yeah, that's perfect. So, now I'm going to work on the sides to get the sides of the hair up into the ponytail. I'm leaving the front out because I'm going to give it the twist like my original Cabbage Patch has. They have teeth that look real. Oh my god, what? Oh my goodness. What has my moderator sent me? She sent a video. Oh my god, they got the Zuru the Fuggler, funny ugly monster, and they actually fart. It's called Fart Face Fuggler. Oh my gosh. Oh, they got teeth. Oh, that's ugly. Vanessa, what in the world? Girl, that's ugly. Okay. Prep. Okay, I'm going to move this up and over. Try to get another visual. Well, I have to say something like this. Okay, turn you over like that. Oof. Okay, don't worry, you'll get a good view. So, moving all of these pieces to the front, separating here. And I have to cut. That's why you hear me snipping as I go. Okay. All right. So this is what's left here on the side where her ear is. And I'm going to try to I'm going to get as many tangles out. This is what I call raking, when I'm running my fingers through like this to remove tangles and get it done. Okay. Dixie, get down. What is you doing? Girl, I had to go through this with you again. Oh my God, no, get going in there. Girl. Oh. There, so I'm gently pulling to get it nice and smooth and evened in. See? And now I'm going to flip the ponytail and go to the other side of it. Yeah, it's a lot of hair flipping. Lots of hair flipping with this type of a project. Okay. Now I'm going to do a double knot. There we go. Got it locked in. There. And so now I'm going to come back under. The reason why I'm doing another tie with this is because, like I said, with all of this here, it's putting the tension on this, where there's no tension on the, so that there's no tension on, you know, the thread where the doll's hair is sewn onto her head. This will pull it just a little bit, but most of the retention, the force, is wrapped around her head. That's why I wrap it around several times and tie, so this holds. That's why I'm doing it so much. Okay, that looks good. Now to the other side. Alright, now I'm going to take this side up here and make that into a ponytail. Okay. Hold on, I'll readjust my camera. Okay, there we go. So this is what I call raking. I'm raking again. Okay, so see, I'm getting all of this untangled. The very ends where this is looped, it's not cut. Don't worry about that. If you're doing this, you just simply rake it to make sure the majority of the length is fine, because you'll end up having to cut the ends where this hair gets, you know, because it's looped. That was not me. That's from outside. It's the guy outside. My crossover. He's pulling up a chair and he did on the concrete. I promise you, I'm not passing gas. At least today. At this moment. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to get this through. Okay, there. Make sure I get that pulled up nice and smoothly up here. Because when I tie it, I want to get it nice and tight. Okay, there we go. Dixie, what are you doing? Move. Move. Get off my stuff. Girl. Okay, So there, I'm doing it nice and tight. So see, it's smooth, but when you touch it, it doesn't feel like it's so tight. It's going to break the thread that was sewn. So you don't want to do that. So see how that's coming loose? That is why I do a double knot. So I come through and I do my double knot like that. And see, it stays, it holds, it doesn't start to relax and loosen up. Now, for this piece, I'm just going to go ahead and double knot that one and cut it. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to get the back of her hair, the weave basket look. And they did that look on the 2016 spring event Cabbage Patch Kids. And that was when I got my first ever spring event, or any event, hand-signed Cabbage Patch Kid. Okay, so I have to get all of this untangled, and you use your fingers. Be careful because you can pull the yarn and make it uneven. Let me get these pieces of yarn off me. Oh. Let me see. Oh yeah, I want most of this. Okay, that looks good. Alright, so now I'm gonna cut it. And I'm going to pull this over to the other ponytail. Do like this is gonna cross over like that. This piece is gonna cross over like that, and it gives you the weave basket appearance. And it just gives it a nice design, and it's pretty. It's very flattering to look at and enjoyable. Okay, so now that we got this all smoothed up, I'm pulling this over and across like that. So as you can see, you won't see this yarn over here, but over here, where this is coming up, it already gives you the look of a cute design like a weave basket. So when this comes over, it complements that. So it looks good. Okay. Now I'll get my yarn. Alright, so now I'm coming under around the ponytail. Wait, something feels off. Is that part of what? Hold on. Okay, so all the hair for the ponytail is up and out of the way. I don't want to get anything mixed up. Okay, I'm going to do one more single knot. Perfect. Now I'm going to do bows. So once the bows are added, don't worry, it adds extra hiding for that. Okay, so now I'm going to fix this, and I'm going to cross it over to the other side of her hair for the other ponytail. Okay, you want to rake it, you want to hold, like here, you want to hold that like that in your fist so you can pull to untangle the hair as much as possible. without pulling or adding any kind of tension on the doll's head, while you sew the hair onto her head. And then gently run it through and hold it toward the end and then rake through. Alright, so now I'm going to push her hair over there. And I'm going to let her ponytail. And that, it's just so much hair. Oh my gosh. Alright, I gotta get that out of my way. Okay. Get these loose pieces out of the way. Alright, so now I'm going to gently place this crisscross going over like this. And where this hair is going up there, and then you see this crossing underneath, and then that's going up. It's a really pretty effect. Okay. Alright. Now double tie that. Let me check the thickness of the ponytails. Yeah, Prill's pretty much about the same. And that's it. That's good. Alright. Now I'm ready to do the front of her hair. Now, the reason why I'm not doing one of those videos, it's like cuts all the timing. No, you need to see how much time it takes to do this. Because it's not done within minutes. It takes a long time to do this. And if you have no experience, it's going to take you longer. Okay, so there's the front of her hair. Here's her two ponytails. Everything looks good. It's cute. It's in place. Okay, so now we're ready to get the front part of our hair styled. And then I will be, I don't know, maybe I should go ahead and do her ponytails. I need this actually, you know what, I am. I'm going to go ahead and get her ponytails evened out in the front. Cut it, because that's going to help this go by much quicker. So there's her face. I know, interesting. It's hiding. So now you can see her hair. Get you a look from the back of her hair. So there's the back of the hair. See, it's got that basket twine like style, which is really cute. Okay, I'm gonna let her set up here. Girl, I don't know if she's gonna be able to stand with all that hair. Here, I'll let y'all look at that for a minute. Let me clear space on my floor here, so I can get yarn out of the way and keep the yarn I'm actually gonna cut to join her the next step of her hair. And the pieces of this that are, it's not enough left on this for me to be able to actually physically use. No, but that man thought I was going to invite him into my house. He is crazy. Alright, I'm prepping my floor. Oh my god. How did you get all this yarn on you? This cat is a mess. Oh, no wonder I can't see. I gotta take my glass off. Okay, I'm gonna move my caddy over there. And hold on, I'm preparing. I'm having to prepare a spot here on my floor to lay her down and get her hair all situated. And I'm having to me get all my other supply stuff out of the way. And then getting yarn that I cut out of the floor. Like I said, lots of preparation. And my cat is following me, trying to figure out what I'm doing. To her, it's like, what is this human doing? Okay, I'm gonna have to move my chair. Oh my, let's get some water. What? Oh my god, I didn't give you fresh food water. I know, you want a treat. Okay, here we go, snacks. So, life happens, everybody. And my cat is part of it. So, I have to give her, food. No, treats. She wants treats. She's very demanding. She's spoiled. That's for certain. Okay. Get my chair out the way. I'm about to pull everything down, reposition my camera. Lovely. Okay, darling, come here. And lay her down right there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and reposition my camera for all of you. Down here. I think that works. All right, let me see, what do I see? Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, good thing I got my pedicure done. So, I'm going to... Okay, that goes in the front. Okay. This is the yarn I'm using. Okay, there's that yarn. All right. Where did I put my other scissors? Yes. Let me get my other scissors, Dixie. Okay. Oh my goodness. Come here, girl. Oh, she's purring. Oh my gosh. Girl, here. Get in my chair. Here. Get the chair. You little crazy coot. Okay. So I'll start cutting to give it all the loopies. I'm filling for loopies at the ends of our hair. So I can split this. See, there's loopies. I'm laughing. My cat is sitting in my chair looking down at me. She's looking at me running my fingers through her. So my cat, when she's like what we call making biscuits here down south, making biscuits when the cat's doing this, in her bed or whatever, um, she sees me doing this to the doll's hair, so she thinks I'm making myself a comfy place to just chill and go to sleep in this yarn hair. Oh my gosh, it's funny. Now she thinks she's me and I'm her. I'm telling you, pets are a mess. No, depending on how long you want your doll's hair, you always add extra. It's better to have it, make it longer at first, and you slowly cut it up. Unless you want it super short. Which, with this case, no, we want it to be long, but long enough to be manageable, and definitely not short. We want it to be beautiful and long and sparkly and shimmery, because David likes his Cabbage Patch Kids. I'm grateful. I'm very thankful that he likes the way I spa them. And, they become masterpieces. Beautiful little masterpieces. Okay, that's good. Don't worry. The way you do our hair, it's going to be in layers. You're going to have different lengths. That's just how they all are. It always works out. And it always looks good. So you don't have to stress yourself about that one. Just letting you know it's normal. Even like when you buy your Cabbage Patch Kids at Babyland, CabbagePatchKids.com, when you get a soft sculpture. Because I'm also cutting yarn and doing fabric, I got my air purifiers on a higher level to absorb any fibers and stuff like that. Okay, we got rid of all the loopies. And now for the other side. Definitely not charging cheap as I can be. I'm not doing that. This is too much work. Mm, I'm cutting all the loopies. I need to help untangle. I didn't even look to see how much battery I had. Okay. Now to hold our hands. I'm gonna check out the ponies. Oh my god, no, that's way too long. It looks like Rapunzel. Oh my gosh. And see, if you leave it that long, it's just going to be more complicated. All right. Now, get my butt off the hard floor, and I can sit on carpet, clean the carpet. That looks pretty good so far. Alright, so I need to cut it from this angle so she can have nice layers. Wait till you see my chair. Oh, she's just all knocked out of my chair. Okay. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Until you can see the layers where they come out really long and flowy. Now to run my fingers through. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, now for the other side. Put a few snuggles on. I can get that as in a minute. Okay. Oof. So this is why when I tell people if you're going to be crafting, sewing dolls and whatever, and doing stuff like this, wear pajamas. Get comfortable. Just wear baggy pajamas, baggy clothes, whatever. You just want to be comfortable. Okay. Mm. Looking at the hair from behind. Getting rid of a few little pieces. Okay. There. That looks good. That looks really good. Alright, I'm going to set her hair. The hair is still super long. That's why you always make it extra long. If you know you want it long, if you know the person that's going to be wanting, if you do this for someone else and you know they want the hair long, that's how you do it. I mean, that's how I do my Cabbage Patch Kids. I want hair to be nice, long and thick. Okay, I'm gonna have to sweep and vacuum. It doesn't matter, either way I'm gonna do that. I use Pet, with Oxy carpet cleaner. So that way it gets up all of that kind of stuff. I also love pet hair, so that's why I don't have pet hair. Before and after my projects, if I have to do anything at the floor, I clean my carpet before and after, which is pretty much around once or twice a week. Look at this girl. Let me show y'all. Look at that. See, that's why she was meowing and having such a fit. Look, because she wanted to get my chair. So I'm down here in the floor cutting and fixing her hair. You know, we're doing Little Miss Pink Blossom Rapunzel here. And she's running around here screaming, hollering so I can get out of my chair. That's why. She wants to be the little Barbie princess. Look, 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 look. She's laying her head down. You are so much, you little stink butt. Okay, get all the pieces over. Okay. Yes, my little princess. I love you too, Miss Choo Poo. But I need my chair. Can I sit? I'm sorry, darling. I love you too, Miss Twat Twat. And she's got a nice comfy bed right there. All right. Oh my God, here we go. All right, so now we can get that back up here. Oh my God, I'm exhausted already. Okay, yeah, hair looks good on this thing. All right, now I'm gonna get ready to do her hairstyle. Where's my cabbage? She's over there. All right, let me see what side do I want to pull it to. I'm trying to think. Both sides feel evenly thick. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna take her hair, flap it over that way. So here we can make a little magic. Do you believe in magic? La da 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 da. Okay. All right, we're gonna take this. We're gonna come back. There we go. Awesome, just awesomeness. All right, little Miss Tootie Poo. We are going to finish making you look fabulous. Oh, that'd be cute. I did a part like this for David, one of his cabbies. But I don't know, I could do that. Let me see something. Oh. I'm playing around because I don't know exactly how I'm 100% going to do her hair. And my phone has, I'm not getting the notifications. I've turned off, put on Do Not Disturb. Okay, so I could do a little twist here and pull it up into a ponytail. And we could have this hang over some, possibly. I don't know yet. Don't go knocking on my door. Okay. So let me play around with this a little bit. Twist, 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 twist. Like that. And then I can just do it up into a ponytail. But it would look cute if I did all of it over like that. So, okay, that's what I'm doing. Huh. That'll work. And it will hold its style. And let me see. Yeah, that's a good. I don't know, maybe the other side. I think I want to do the other side. I feel like I already did one that way for him. I don't forgot. This looks, yeah, I'm gonna do it over like this side. This looks good. I'm not sick with a cold or anything. It's because I already went to the doctor and got tested for flu and COVID this week. And I don't have any of that, thank God. Alright, we need to cut some of this. Okay, now that's done like that. I need to, we got our hair like this, we can do it. Okay, that'll work. Okay. Grab all this extra like that over there. And you have to be very precise and prestigious how you do this. You do not want to do this and have it pulling too tight along the hairline because you can rip the stitches, rip the doll's fabric head, and it's the end of her. She will be ripped open, split open, and you cannot repair that. So just remember that when you're doing this. So that's why it's very important you know what you're doing and study. You have to learn how to make your own heads first, and then play around with that. Unless you're bougie and got plenty of money and just don't care, well, then you just do whatever you want to. If you mess up, you just buy another one to replace it. Okay, so there is her hair. Oh my God, and now I gotta fix this part that I've added into this ponytail. Oh my gosh, we gotta trim it up. I have broke out into a sweat, and I have my hair on. Well, it's on 74. I'm not going to do colder because then I will get sick. Okay, so now I got this hair flowing out. Now I need to cut it some in some nice little layers. Okay. Oh my God. I just realized something, David. I need carpet cleaner now. I need more. Okay. There we go. What is it, Miss Dixie Pooh? I'm sure. Yeah, she wants much hair. Alright, she's done. Oh, I forgot. We gotta do bows. Let me look at the hair. See it from the back. Okay, all of it looks good. She's got super head full of hair. This is cute. She's giving, I have to get ribbon. So let me give y'all another view up. Yeah, y'all get to look at all of my stuff I got packed up behind here. All of this has been in storage for years, so I'm simply going through it, taking my time. Alright, let's check that lighting. And there she is with all this beautiful cotton candy pink hair. Luxuriously thick hair. Alright, now let me grab her ribbon to do her bows. What, Miss Dixie Puss? You little Buddha bear. You little twat. Little twat. Okay. Got the ribbon. Put the ribbons in her hair. Alright, I gotta cut the plastic on the ribbon. And give homegirl some fashionable bows. We got pink sparkleadas. What, darling? I can see it. She's gonna try to get in my lap. Definitely keep. Oh, this is pretty. I used that one last. We're going to start with the big one. This is the big one. Alright. Uh-oh, that dude knocking on people's doors. I got some stuff started. How much is this? Okay, 5 yards. That's perfect. That's enough to give big, beautiful bows. So, let me think. I'm going to change the angle of your viewing experience. Oh, okay, there we go. So, now you can see her hair. Let me see. That's how she looks from the front. So, see, she's not looking up at the ceiling anymore. Okay, let me fix my light. Now she's looking straight forward. And she has her hair absolutely done all up. You can see all the different textures of yarn. You got the shimmer, the sparkle. It's very pretty. She looks amazing. She's absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so let me put this up on top of here with the light. And, oh great, my phone case did not get in there. Okay, I don't need things more complicated. Alright, so I'm going to make a bow. And I learned how to do this when my mom worked in a flower shop. Oops. What? Sorry, Miss Dixie Puss. I remember when I was a kid, and I would watch, and I don't know, I could watch somebody do something once, and I could do it like that. I loved art, I loved crafts, that kind of stuff, so it helped. It made it easy. Oh, these are going to be some big, pretty bows. How much I got left on there? All right, we're good. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 on each side. Now I'm going to cut it at an angle like that because it makes it look more pretty. And I'm also going to use a thinner. I'm going to use this here to tie it. There. Okay. My cat, you hear her meowing? She's having a fit. She's cussing me out. She wants to get in the chair. She wants to be in the chair. Okay, so I'm working on the bows here. Okay. And I'm going to do a second knot. There we go. So there's one bow. Beautiful, beautiful bow. And this is how I'm going to tie it on around her ponytail. Okay, bow number 2. Oh, my cat's giving me dirty looks. She wants my chair. And I mean, she really wants my chair. What, Miss 20 Titty Puss? Miss Titty Puss? Little Titty Puss. Okay. Now, to cut this ribbon, we're going to do different layers of ribbon, bows. We're going to make different bows, different layers and textures to give her personality. Some personality. Okay. All right. Don't worry, I'm going to add some streamers. Look at the bow. Oh my God, it's so pretty. That's what they say in country flower shops and stuff. It's just so pretty. All right, so I'm going to make my bows first. Then we're going to add them in her hair. I have to be careful with the plastic because that fur ball down there, yes, She's crazy, so, and she tries to eat plastic. She doesn't realize it's hazardous for her crazy health. So she is my cat, and yes, she's crazy, and I do love her. Okay, there we look at this beautiful white iridescence. It is going to give fabulousness. I forgot to look how many yards this was. Well, it's fine because I have to add streamers. Not very long ones, but long enough. Okay, there's that. Dixie, no. Psst. No. Girl, you need to stop being a cunt. Behave. What? I know you want my chair. You have claimed my chair and you are just having a fit. Don't forget it, girl. I'm the one who houses you and feeds you, okay? So behave. Okay, so there's our shimmer bow, the little streamers, those that go behind, but she's got those. And am going to add streamers, different kinds to hang behind her head. Okay, so that's one. Let's go ahead and get this other one done. Can I believe that? Do y'all have a cat like that that thinks she just owns the place? She thinks it's her house and that you're renting from her. Do any of you have a cat like that? I'm telling you. Oh, this girl is a mess. I mean, she wants my chair and she wants it now. I just realized something. You know, talking about when I was little, my mom worked in a flower shop. People don't do flowers like they used to. They really don't. It's that's really sad. You know, older men, like, you know, the ones that are pretty much in rest homes now or about gone, they got their wives flowers. They treated their wives. Oh my God. They put them through hell too. But, I mean, you know, besides the fact, you know, they bought flowers. This girl's gonna have so many bows. David, you better get her something pink and sparkly at TJ Maxx or something, because she is going to be fabulous. I mean, a lot of fabulous, a whole lot of fabulous. So I'm adding more to this one. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're gonna do an extra loop. Yeah, we're gonna do 4 to make this bow something extra. Getting up, Dixie. Bájate. Now, when there are some of my videos and when I'm speaking a different language, because I choose to and because I can, I didn't study to learn for nothing. YouTube is speaking over with their English person because ever since that stupid stuff went around, oh, English is the official language in the United States. And I'm like, really? Did you tell the Native Americans that hundreds of years ago? Hello? Because I don't think they got that memo. Chow. I swear, our country's getting stupider. What is you doing over there? Oh my God, did you just sneeze and scare yourself? Dixie, you have allergies. Get out of stuff. Oh my God. What am I going to do with you, Miss Trot Trot? My little Trot Trot. Yes, Mama's little Trot Trot. Oh my God, I just realized what I was calling her. Oh, Jesus. Hopefully nobody else will pick up on that. She's sitting right over here on the side of me. Look at her tail going. Her tail's going. She wants my chair. She's quite temperamental. She is a diva, literally. And I don't mean Mariah Carey type diva. She's worse. Because my cat is like, I know you. I know you. And I know you better give me my chair. Which reminds me, I do want Mariah's new CD. I have all of her CD. I have all her music. I do. I'd rather have physical copies. Yeah, no, Dixie. Miss Cunt. No, 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 no. Go chill, girl. Chill it out. Chill it out. Go cool it off. Do what you need to. I mean, she wants my chair bad. Oh my gosh. My settings on this video, it says it's not for children, okay? So I'm not babysitting. I'm not getting paid to do that. That in my, okay, there we go. So there's our ribbon, I mean our bow. So there we go. There's our second bow. So we are getting ready to start applying this to her hair, which means, that means now it's time for me to take this down again. And, all right, so see the ring of light? Yes. The ring of fire. Okay. Now, gonna come down and up. Okay. I'm jealous. How come I be doing people's dolls and I'm like, well, then when I'm done, I'm looking at this like, oh my God, my doll need to be looking like this. What the world? Oh my God. David, why don't you take mine and let me have her? Actually, no, they did a shady job with that paint up there for blushing. Somebody did not know what they were doing. That looks, look. You see how they did that? That was definitely an amateur. That's how come I can't go with people places, because I call people out. All right, so here we go. We are applying the bows. Her beautiful bows are getting attached officially into her hair. Okay, reposition. There we go. All right. Move the hair out of the way. Golly. She's got so much. She's just got so much hair. I don't know what to do with it. Okay. Now we're getting this all nice and tied in. Double knotted. And yes, I'm cutting it. Okay. I might as well go ahead and continue now with a white bow. Okay, that was a tie, that was a tie. Bows, honey, bows. I'm telling you, people who love Cabbage Patch Kids, they love all this beautiful, frilly, girly stuff on their girls. They love all the ribbons and the bows. They love the cute, frilly clothes, and I cannot blame them, not one bit. Because it makes them, this is what makes them, oh my gosh, so desirable and adorable. We love cuteness. Okay, here we go, girl. Get it all tied in. Perfect. Okay. Don't worry. I'm going to play with it, fluff it all out, and all that kind of stuff in a minute. Now for the smaller pink bow. Alright, there we go. I forgot who it was. Somebody wanted to do a collaboration. I got the email yesterday something to do. It's coming in from China, and it has to deal with this thing to educate children. And I couldn't help but laugh. And I thought to myself, they think I fit perfect with their stuff. They said it was AI generated, and I thought to myself, well, apparently AI didn't tell you that. You know, I grew up Baptist, and you know, we do say a few little cuss words. I left that for a reason since it was so long. Let me see. Can I swoop this up and around to the front? Oh yeah, it's enough to do that. Oh yeah, that'd be cute. Oh, I know exactly what I'm going to do with this extra long piece. What, honey? I know you want my chair. I know you do. You thieving little heifer. Meow. Okay. So, we got the bows in, but we need more streamy stuff. Okay, so that's where this is gonna come in. Whoa! Get down, girl. You're gonna knock my what? What in the world? Lord have mercy. Oh my God. Seriously, Dixie? Girl. Oh my God. Now you're jumping down. Girl, she wants her chair bad. Oh my God. She's done turned into a super diva. Now she's lying on the bows. Well, ribbon. Oh my goodness. Dixie, stop it. You acting like you won't crack. Like, see it? What in the hell? Everything's fine. Then you start acting like a crack baby. Alright, I'm making streamers. My cat has gone batshit crazy. Okay, so I had to do some ribbons, so now we're going to add streams. Little streamer pieces of bow to hang into her hair. Well, let's go blend in with her hair. Okay. David, do not go playing around with this, because if you do, you're going to mess it up. I have to do it super tight. That way it blends right up into everything. You don't see where it was actually added on. By the way, they do that in flower shops. So, okay, it's done. Perfect. All right. So now she has the streamers with all of these gorgeous bows. Okay. Pull that back and throw it back, the extra streamers. Pulling all of this up, all up into the front like this. There it is. Miss Honey is looking fabulous. There. So the streamers are set. They're blended with the bows and her hair. Now that's on one side. I gotta do the other side. I'm just showing you the streams. So this is how they're nicely blended with her hair and bows. And she has lots of them. So it's plenty, plenty, plenty. Now I'm